Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really excited to be here with you all today. In our busy corporate lives, especially here um, in this dynamic corporate lives that we live in, where we juggle so much deadlines, targets, team management, personal commitments, it's easy to feel like we are just constantly talking, constantly giving instructions, constantly trying to get our point across. But have you ever stopped to think about how much we are actually listening? Today, we're diving into something incredibly simple yet profoundly powerful: the power of active listening in leadership. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Listening, that's basic. Or you might be like, oh, I'm a good listener. And yes, it is basic. But are you a good listener? Well, you should find out about that, right? But in leadership, the basics are often the most impactful. Think about it. How many times have you felt truly heard at work when your boss or even a colleague really took the time to understand your perspective, your concerns, your ideas? If you ever had that, and I'm betting that it would have been a rare few instances when you actually felt that. It feels good, doesn't it? When they actually heard you. And it builds trust. It makes you feel valued. And guess what? People who feel valued, they give their best. So, we often confuse hearing to listening. Hearing is just noise entering your ears. Listening, real listening, is active process. It's about paying full attention, understanding what's being said, and then responding thoughtfully and remembering it. It's like the difference between just seeing a beautiful painting and truly experiencing it, noticing all details, the colors, the emotions. So, how does this translate into better leadership, especially in our dynamic corporate environment? There are four things to it. The first one is better problem solving. When you actively listen, you get the full picture. You hear the nuances, the underlying issues that people might not actually explicitly state, but this leads to much smarter, more effective solutions. You're not just treating the symptoms, you're addressing the root cause. The second one is increased trust and loyalty. Your team members will feel safe, respected, and understood. And this creates a bond that's hard to break. They'll be willing to go the extra mile for you because they know you have their backs and genuinely care about their contributions. Now, the third one is reduces misunderstanding and conflicts. When you actually listen, so many workplace issues arise from simple miscommunication. Active listening acts as a bridge, ensuring clarity and preventing small issues from escalating into major problems. Imagine fewer arguments, less wasted time clarifying things repeatedly, unnecessarily. And then the fourth one, simple, is basically enhanced innovation. When people feel they can speak openly without interruption or judgment, they are more likely to share innovative ideas. Your team becomes a hub of creativity, not just a place of executing tasks, right? It's about creating an environment where everyone feels their voice matters. And that's a game changer for any team, any project, or any company. So, how do you put this in practice? How do you develop the skill of simply being able to listen, right? Now, the best part, this isn't rocket science. So I'm going to share some super simple, practical things you can start doing right now to become a more effective listener. The first one, straightforward, simple again, is give your undivided attention. When someone is speaking to you, put down your phone. And I would say don't put it in front of them or face down. None of that matters. Just keep it out of sight. And if you have your laptop in front of you, Close unnecessary tabs on your computer that is likely to disturb you or distract you. If there are notifications, turn them off. If you can avoid your laptop altogether, great. And then, of course, make eye contact. Make sure that you're looking into their eyes. Show them that they are your priority in that moment, even if it is just for a minute or two. That focused attention speaks volumes. Second one is to listen to understand, not just to reply or respond. And this is a big one. We often spend our listening time in formulating our response in our head. How many times have you really sat across somebody when somebody is saying something to you, and in your mind, you are starting to think about all the words that you will use? What are you going to say? How do you frame that sentence so that they're not offended? Or what are the words that you want to use to make it more impactful? You're thinking about these things. Or it's basically they just started talking and then you're suddenly, oh, I know this one. I know how to respond to this. And then you're formulating that response in your head. Or you're thinking about your grocery list, about what you're going to have to buy on your way back home. So, and it's not, and people can see through that. If you think you've got a good poker face, the fact is that most people, almost all of them, are going to be able to see through that. Try to quiet that inner voice. Instead of thinking about how you're going to respond or what you're going to respond with, focus on their words, their feelings, their perspective. Ask yourself, every time your mind goes on this whole hunting for words and what you will respond back with, ask yourself this question: what are they really trying to say? And not just for the sake of it. Build real curiosity as to why are they saying what they're saying and what are they saying. And the best way to really get your mind tuned to what they are saying is to start asking questions. And that's our third point. Ask clarifying questions. Don't be afraid to say, could you tell me a bit more about that? Or, so if I understand correctly, you're saying X, Y, and Z. Right? So you're reaffirming it. Another trick I will recommend is if they're talking something emotional, for example, they bring us something like stressed. Bring that out, stressed, and feel it. Use your body language to let them know that you actually are listening. Say stressed or confused. How long has it been happening? What is happening? So you clarify, you try and probe into that emotion. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Can you give me an example of when you feel confused or stressed? Right? So what that does, and you don't have to speak, sometimes just saying stressed and wait. As human beings, we have the need to have to clarify what we say, especially in silence. Use that silence as your power, right, in that moment. Let them come out with what they think. And like I said, genuinely show curiosity to understand it. And what this does is that it shows that you are engaged and ensures you got the message right. It also helps the speaker articulate their thoughts more clearly, right? And then the fourth one is paraphrasing or summarizing what they said. After they've spoken, briefly summarize what you heard in your own words. And believe it or not, every once in a while, you're going to come across, when you paraphrase and when you summarize, you will sometimes be able to articulate what they are feeling, what they are thinking, what they've said much better than they themselves could have. You know what that does? They'll then feel like, wow, this person really gets it. This person really understands what I'm going through. And that connection, that rapport that you build can be really powerful, right? So you would use something like, so it sounds like the main challenge here is X, Y, and Z. And this confirms your understanding and shows you have processed their information, right? And like I said, nonverbal cues. That's the fifth one. Notice their nonverbal cues. And I would also recommend try and replicate it, try and mirror it as much as you can in your own way. What is their body language saying? Try and understand that. Are they hesitant? Are they excited? Or are they frustrated? Sometimes what's not said is just as important as what is being said. Pay attention to their tone of voice and facial expressions, body language, how they place their hands. All of that is information that you would want to perceive and understand. Now, that's it. Just these few simple shifts can make a world of difference. And it's not about being perfect listener overnight, but about making conscious effort over one conversation at a time. Every single time, every single conversation you have, it's just about practicing these different tools that you have. So what's your next step? Now, if you're serious about transforming your leadership skills, about moving from being just another face in the crowd to someone truly indispensable, someone invisible to invaluable, I have something special for you. I'm hosting a masterclass titled Invisible to Invaluable, where we will go much deeper into these leadership strategies. We'll explore practical tools, real-world case studies, and actionable steps to help you understand and help you stand out, lead with impact, and achieve your career goals. The masterclass is designed specifically for driven professionals like yourself, and I'd love to see you there. To register, it's super simple. Just click the link in the description below or in your show notes and register directly on your mobile. It's quick, it's easy, and it's your first step towards unlocking your true leadership potential. Don't miss this opportunity. Invest in yourself. It is just your time and some money, and for your future, I think it is worth it. Right. So thank you. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I truly believe that mastering the art of listening is one of the most powerful gifts you can give to your team and to your own career. Please share this video with your colleagues, your friends, anyone you think could benefit from becoming a better listener. Let's spread this powerful skill far and wide. Until next time, keep listening, keep growing, and keep leading with impact. Take care.